Do you know that within the environment you live, there are people that are landlords of demonic entities? Do you know that as you pray for yourself and your family, you are supposed to pray for the people and the land you dwell, the people in that community, the people that can become carriers of demons, legions of demons. When you pray in that understanding, in this understanding that people can be landlords of demons, can be carriers of entities, you are helping yourself. Men that live or men that refuse to pray are empowering the spread of demonic entities. Just like a bad smell within an environment can irritate everybody that stays in that environment. You can be in your house and a bad smell, the wind can carry a bad smell from somewhere. You cannot tell where it is originating from. You do not know where the smell is originating from that is irritating you. But one thing you know is that this smell is a bad one and it's not good for your health. It's hazardous to the environment. It's not good for the sanity of the people in that territory. You try to find something to neutralize that bad smell, and an air freshener, or you shut the windows, or you on your air conditioner if you have it, or you relocate from that environment if you start to smell that you cannot control. It is no different from demonic entities. There are people within an environment because they are carriers of demons, and demons like expanding their territories. As they expand their territories, just like the wind that carries strange smell from distant places into your environment and your vicinity, so demons like spreading. As they spread, they inhabit the mind and the thoughts of other people. How do you know there is a demon in your environment? This demon influence dream patterns. People dream strange dreams. Dreams you are eating, dreams you are having sex in, strange dreams that makes you uncomfortable when you wake up in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, you are weak and tired. There is no energy left in your body, as if you have gone to a farm or you have done some hard labor and you didn't remember of any dream that you did anything that requires such labor or energy from you. You wake up in the morning, you are tired, you are depressed, you are down in your spirit, you are sad. These are demonic entities, and you wonder, where is this thing coming from? There is someone in that environment that is a custodian of demon. You begin to find children behaving strangely, behaving like beasts, like animals. People are no longer thinking with their head, they are thinking upside down. Things that should be reasonable, people are no longer considering sensible way of living. The people in that environment are becoming so uncivilized, so unspiritual, so carnal. These are evidences of demonic entity. When there are men in that environment that ought to pray and refuse to pray, or are weak in the place of prayer, demons take advantage to spread. But when there are men that rise up in the place of prayer, demonic entities are resisted. So demons don't like those kind of people in that environment. They begin to cause controversies for those men, begin to cause problems for those men with their neighbors, and their neighbors will chase these prayer people out of that environment. They manipulate everything around the righteous in that environment until you rise up in the place of prayer and resist the enemy in the lives of people. That enemy will influence the people to chase you out of that environment, chase you out of that work, chase you out of that thing that is a blessing for you. Because these people do not have the understanding that you have. They are carriers of spiritual demonic entities that manipulate their lives against men that are defense for them. This is the reason why the Bible says, bringing under subjection every thoughts, every imagination. The Bible says, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. What is that argument? The argument is the lie the devil and the demons feed those peoples that are fighting you. It raises up arguments, raises up lies in their spirit, and made the people to begin to question your integrity in their sphere, in their environment. These are the arguments, the controversies against you. Your enemy raised up controversies against you to fight you. You must bring under captivity, casting down these strongholds. Bring under captivity the thoughts to the obedience of Christ. When demons take hold of men's thoughts, those people cannot obey Christ, and therefore they fight everything that glorifies Christ in their environment. Just like a bad smell irritates you, so demons will irritate the righteous in that environment. You are just uncomfortable. You don't understand what is happening to your spiritual life, because they resist your spiritual life, they resist your understanding. Because the more you pray and the more you understand the things of God, the faster you resist them. You resist their expansion within a territory. So it is not sufficient for you to pray for yourself alone and your family. You are supposed to pray for your neighbor. When the Bible says love thy neighbor as thyself, it includes in praying for your neighbor. You don't have to like the neighbor. You are praying for your own good, for your own peace. It is for your own well-being and your own health that you pray for your neighbors and you pray for the environment, and you cast down strongholds and ordinances that fight against the purpose of God in that environment and for your life, because you are loving them as you love yourself. And you can only love them as you love yourself when the environment is conducive for the both of you. Prayer in this understanding establishes the kingdom and authority of Christ on earth. Understand this truth and move into the authority that establishes your governance in your territory. This was the reason in the days of Daniel, when Daniel took a fast for 21 days, the Bible says from the fourth day he raised up his voice in the place of prayer. God released angel Gabriel to bring answers to him, but the prince of Persia stood in the way. Who is the prince of Persia? Men must have given him authority to govern over that territory. There are men that have become custodians of strange principalities and entities. To release Gabriel from that hostage, and Daniel received the answer. You must understand the place of prayer. If Daniel had stopped praying, the concern of Daniel was for the people of Israel, his environment, his people, his community, and that was why there was a breakthrough for him. What is the intentions of your prayer? Is it for your bread and for your butter alone, without thinking of your neighbors that you do not know? Some of them might be sick, poor, wretched, having issues in their life that you are not privy to, that you do not know. It is in the place of prayer that God enters into their case and settles those things that have been influenced by demonic entities that have brought down the people down, that the people are struggling. You break the stronghold in people's life. You don't need to know the case and the issues in their lives. As long as you lift up your voice to God, God knows the secrets of the people in your environment and begin to dismantle those strongholds, because there is a man that prays. There is a man that lifts up his voice to pray. And he's not praying for his stomach alone. He is praying for the people in his environment. He's praying for his nation. The Bible says, in the peace of Jerusalem, you find your peace. Your location, where you are walking, where you are living, where your house is, that is your Jerusalem. It is in the peace of that community that you will find your peace. I believe and I know that when you begin to lift up your voice in this understanding, the kingdoms of this world become the kingdom of our God and of his Christ, and will rule with him and be in charge. The Lord establish his word in your heart. God bless you.